Eden Zero is back, and even though this is not a short chapter, it's as long as the others, not a lot really happens, though, until the ending. But something major always happens in a flashback, so that doesn't count. So anyway, the chapter starts off where we left off with the ending of the Logna and Lightning Law fight, with Lightning Law just completely taken out. He was literally chopped to pieces after all. Logna basically says to Shiki that he did it, he got his revenge and all and such, and then immediately passes out because, yeah, I'm not surprised. He was literally being electrocuted the entire fight. The dude is actually still smoking in the chapter. Rebecca and Shiki immediately then stop their ship at a certain point and say they can't go any further. It's unclear if they ran out of fuel, which I doubt, because it's the same ship that the other members of the Eden Zero are using, and they're still flying around. So most likely the quarter just got really small and now the ship can't fit. Either way, in the end, it really doesn't matter at all. So Rebecca, of course, criticizes Shiki for boarding the Eden's one all on his own, and he basically counters by saying, says the person who shouldn't be using her powers in this world. But before they're able to move forward, they immediately sense an ether power so immense and that it actually caused both of them to shake in fear. And that would be Void. And no, he's not moving towards them on the ship. He's literally outside, just flying through space. Yeah, so the whole reason why Shiki boarded the Eden's one is basically meaningless at this point because their main opponent is just gone. Now, the Eden's one is still in itself a living organism, technically. It just split its consciousness between Void and the ship itself. So Shiki still has to destroy the Eden's one, but even if he does that now, Void's fucking off. Like, he ain't coming back. So he has to catch Void before he gets to his destination, which we learn about later. But first, he has to take care of the Eden's one because, once again, it is also a threat. Basically, Shiki is screwed. He's going to need someone to try to slow down Void for him, otherwise he's going to get to his destination. And the rest of the chapter is dedicated to Hermit and the other Shining Stars, basically, where Hermit finally figure out the code to taking out the self-destruct system. The only issue is it requires rebooting the entire Eden Zero. Basically, it has to be shut down and put back on, and that will help end the self-destruct sequence. The issue with that is that she requires the codes for all 4 Shining Stars. Now, Sister is no big deal because she's literally right there and she can just give the code. The problem is Valkyrie and Witch, who both are too busy fighting their opponents right now to do anything about it. Their full focus is currently in the fight, and so Hermit is freaking out because they have roughly a 7-minute countdown before they all blow up. So the Shining Stars, 2 of them, Valkyrie and Witch, have to defeat their opponent in less than 7 minutes. In the meantime, Welf also decides he's going to fight. In this case, he's going to fight Killer. He decides to enter the digital space with Killer and take him on one-on-one there. And while he's doing that, Witch and Wizard decide to have a little argument over the value of humanity and an android helping them. Wizard thinks it's disgusting that an android would help a human in any way, shape, or form, and their ultimate goal should be to kill Mother, to end all of, well, not just humanity, but all life in general. And Witch's response is actually very simple. Master Ziggy loved humans, and so do I. There's really no reason why we should be separate from them. Or in this case, commit absolute genocide. Wizard, of course, mocks this and then points out that it's basically too late because Void is on his way to Mother. So yeah, he apparently also found the pathway to Mother, and attacking them was really just a distraction so Void could go straight to Mother and kill her. It's a very simplistic plan, but it is very effective. I mean, they're all distracted. No one is able to do anything about it. Void is going to go kill Mother. So we once again flash back 20,000 years in the past, and we're back on Earth, and everything is just being destroyed. There's earthquakes everywhere, volcanoes are erupting, tsunamis are destroying the land. The world is being destroyed. The fact is, the Earth is coming to an end. And a broadcast is basically saying all of this is happening, and there's nothing anyone can do about it, and you should just spend whatever moments you have with your loved ones. So yeah, it's a very depressing ending for the Earth. That's when we see a pair of robotic legs that look very familiar. And yeah, it's Ziggy. So we're finally up to the part of the story where Ziggy shows up and collects the, well, Shining Stars and Dark Stars. But that means Ziggy didn't just travel 20,000 years into the past, he traveled 40,000. Because he originally was 20,000 years into the future, then he came to the present, and then he went to the past. Dude did a lot of time traveling. And that just made me realize there's a high possibility that the Shining Stars and the Dark Stars and just pretty much everyone is going to go back in time to 20,000 years into the past, because it is possible. I mean, apparently time travel is 100% possible in Universe Zero. We thought it wasn't, but it is. You just can't make a branching timeline off of Universe Zero because there is only one Universe Zero. But you are allowed to time travel, which means with the Eden's one, they could, go back to what happened 20,000 years in the past. See the shining stars as humans. Visit the Earth. I don't think any of them have any interest in that, though, because that would massively change the timeline if they tried saving the Earth or whatever, especially if the Earth is actually Mother. That would have effects that would just ripple throughout time. Things that I couldn't even predict, that no one could predict. But hey, we're finally here. We finally get to see what really happened with the shining stars. What really caused everything. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up so you can enjoy more Eden Zero and other my things. Thank you, and have a great day.